Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hi dear friends, we are back again with the book Living Spring by Emmanuel through Chico Xavier. Today I have a beautiful chapter again by Emmanuel, chapter 141, Renew Yourself Always. And he says, even though our outward man is wasting away, our inner man is being renewed day by day. And it's Paul 2 Corinthians 4 verses 16. And let's hear what Emmanuel is saying. Each day has a lesson for us. Each experience leaves behind its corresponding value. Each problem entails a determined objective. There are those who, tormented by counterproductive fears, express their rebelliousness when faced with infirmity, poverty, disillusionment, or old age. In the scene of the daily struggle, there is no lack of those who spectacularly flee their responsibilities, seeking in their discontinuance of the good fight and in their gradual agreement with death, peace, which they cannot find. Remember that civilizations have come and gone for thousands of years, and that human beings, no matter how happy and powerful they might be, have had to lose their vehicle of flesh to settle their moral accounts with eternity. Even when the trial seems invincible, or when pain shows itself insuperable, do not withdraw yourself from the position of fighter in which divine providence has placed you. Remember that tomorrow the day will return to you a reign of work. Stand firm in your area of service, teaching your mind to accept God's will. Sickness may only be a temporary and healthy summons handed down by heavenly justice. A scarcity of earthly resources is always an educational obstacle. A disappointment received with fervent courage is a work of the Lord's choosing on our behalf. The aging of the physical body is the solidification of wisdom for eternal happiness. Be optimistic and vigilant in the good amidst confidence and joy, for while the envelope of flesh gradually wastes away, the imperishable soul renews itself, moment by moment, for life everlasting. Again, a beautiful chapter to help us to look at ourselves. And he starts with each day as a lesson for us. So, do you and I look at each morning, as beloved Vanessa always says in her morning prayers, that we start a new day, new experiences, something new to learn, and also to evolve, to just go this little bit, like Emmanuel says, forward. Just go a little bit forward. Each experience leaves behind its corresponding value. Do we see this experience that we have on it as for us to learn something? Because in every experience that God allows us to go through, even though we sometimes feel tormented, we should look at it as that God entrusts us with something because he thinks that we can do this. So what do we have to learn out of this? And if we look at a situation or a problem or something in this point of view with a higher mind, like we in Spiritism learn to see things in another way. Then it helps us to go through things, and we we look at it in a system. It's not about ourselves. It is about helping, assisting, to get over our own ego as well. Like Jesus, he never um judged anyone. He never said that, but this is your fault and you did this. He just went with everything that God has planned for him. And so he loved everyone. There are those who, tormented by counterproductive fears, express their rebelliousness when faced with infirmity, poverty, disillusionment, or old age. He says that we are tormented by getting old, fears that we have, and we are rebellious because we don't get what we want. In the scene of the daily struggle, there is no lack of those who spectacularly flee their responsibilities, seeking in their discontinuance of the good fight and in their gradual agreement with death peace which they cannot find. So he says that we flee from our responsibilities, but we want peace. We can't have peace if we do not take up our responsibility that God has given to us. In the scene of the, remember that civilizations, let me just see. Remember that civilizations have come and gone for thousands of years, and that human beings, no matter how happy and powerful they might be, have had to lose their vehicle of flesh to settle their moral accounts of eternity. So, what is this life all about? And we know it is about our moral development. This is why we incarnated. To develop our morality, things that we need to correct, to serve, to help. And he says we need to do this. When the trial seems invincible, or when pain shows itself insuperable, do not withdraw yourself from the position of fighter in which divine providence has placed you. So let's not give up. Remember that tomorrow the day will return to your arena of work. Stand firm in your area of service, teaching your mind to accept God's will. Do we accept God's will? Because nothing happens without God's consent. And if He lets us go through something, He's entrusting something to us. And if we let our ego go, we can see and we can treasure this opportunity to evolve. Sickness may only be a temporary and healthy summons handed down by heavenly justice. We in Spiritism know that illnesses are a blessing because it's how we expiate things in previous lives or in this life that needs to that is in our very spirit, so that we can let it go. A sacred scarcity of earthly resources is always an educational obstacle. So when someone goes through a difficult time, it is a great lesson. So we should say thank you. A disappointment received with fervent courage is a work of the Lord's choosing on our behalf. So if you do not get what you want and you feel disappointed, know that the Lord has chosen this for us to help us evolve. The aging of the physical body is the solidification of wisdom for eternal happiness. So to not put that much energy in our physical appearance, but to look after the body and to remember that this is not us, that we are souls and that we're only using this vehicle and that we need to look at it like as a pet to see that it's healthy, but not to see ourselves as this body. Be optimist and vigilant in the good amidst confidence of joy. For while the envelope of flesh gradually wastes away, the imperishable soul renews itself, moment by moment, for life everlasting. So the renewal process will continue and continue for all of us. And why not be in this like a child in school? Remember, we are the same. We are learning lessons. And the more we learn and the more we are diligently into this studying and learning, it will be much better to take up everything that is coming to us because we have so much assistance around us. And in Kodak Radio, we have so much to learn as well because here is where we all together nourish our souls. We were all together in prayers. So how blessed are we to be part of this? Beloved friends, thank you so very much for joining me again. My God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, bye-bye.